this. Okay, well, I'll continue. So, grabbed one of these drawers from the room because I'm trying to organize every single object that I own. Oh, I'm out of breath. I listened to some music for a little bit just to wake up, and I was bouncing off the walls. Isn't that nice? It's very phallic. It's a crocodile tooth and rattlesnake bones. Very nice. Let's see, just getting right back into it. A quintessential 90s yin and yang belt buckle. This is a personal favorite. I really love coins. They're the closest to like true treasure, excluding gold and jewels. Ooh. I was hoping. I swear, I am plagued by hiccups. Please don't. I have to like hold my breath for a second. Oh, I hate hiccups so much. Darn it. Just notice my pants fit all the way up. I'm really just. Here's my middle school. Oh, my pants are falling down. Well, I guess they're kind of not possible to fall down. My middle school phone. And I used a Dremel. I was really into getting out of the little coastal town and into a city. It's funny how that worked out. And it has so many pictures on it. It doesn't hold a charge anymore, but if I keep it plugged in, so that is something I definitely want to try to figure out how to get off. And a lot of this jewelry, some of it is also for sets. I really like putting together photo shoots and stuff like that, just for fun. Nothing too serious. And that's where stuff like this comes in quite handy. It's a little heavy to wear casually. However, for photos and short films. Before I moved out here, I was really collecting a lot of wigs, different types of like affordable anything I could get as far as effects makeup and stuff like that. And so I was working really, really hard on my vintage shop. It was going to be vintage, well, pretty much how Subtropical is turning into, because I am going to be adding vintage to it. I really gotta sit down somewhere. A humidor and a basket. Oh, I had to list those. Oh! Don't want to do anything to that. My nose always runs when I'm nervous. It's driving me nuts. I don't have allergies or anything. I'm bragging, but it's always been a mystery. I love this. I believe my grandpa made this when he first got his bandsaw, which I have now. It's a little car. He also made some ducks and very nice. Big agate slice. If anybody's interested, I keep it in a drawer. I'm just so afraid to breaking it that I kind of want to get it gone. I don't even know where to put it. This is pretty nice. It's a big old belt buckle. Brass, enamel. And I believe, yeah. I love how, see, it has this is made in India. I might have to. Excuse me. I might have to check that out. Where is it say made? Under the mysterious price tag. I'm not sure what currency that is. It says made in India, but it's in dots. Let me check. Authors, let me own myself. Nothing. I think this is a linoleum cutter, but I love it. It looks kind of like one of those goose head axes. I think it's called a gooseneck axe. You see a lot in like when it's debranchers. But this is really cool, and I sharpened it so it's really sharp, and really good for plants and clearing branches off of a branch for craft reasons. My weapon of choice is usually a crowbar. That is my favorite. I have like 5 of these little like crowbars that fit in my purse. I used to have to walk to work, and walking back it'd be super late, sometimes at like 2 in the morning. So I would hold the crowbar in my sleeve, and I've told so many cops about that, and they all said that it like was more than fine. So, a lot of restaurants downtown Lake Worth offer discounts for anyone in uniform. So I was able to always really communicate with just about everybody. That's one reason why I really like working in a restaurant, or any form of like customer service, because the day goes by really fast. You end up learning so much, and if you just like obviously don't like question people incessantly, but like anytime somebody wore something I've never seen before, I always compliment and ask, and like it's amazing how many things that are in my mind and my memory bank that are just simply from like saying something to someone and them responding with information. Oh man, there's just so much. I've been collecting this kind of stuff for years, and oh, I do have these. I don't know how to price anything like this. Sterling silver ashtrays, full set. I don't know, but I've had them for so long, and I gotta let them go, and I got a big old pile of antiques that are ready. And then my dad has an entire room of antiques ready. Whoa, what a surprise. What a surprise. I need to get a box. I thought I lost you. I don't know how old this is, but it just feels so dang old, and it's so simple. You could probably find this for like $2 on eBay, but it's just so simple, and I don't know. I always felt really good looking at this brooch. I found this, gosh, when I was a kid. When I was younger, I think they're 90% of the earrings that I made, I would always give to my mom, and I think it's because I still carry a lot of guilt from my Tomb Raider days. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with Tomb Raider, and wow. Long story short, my mom had a lot of earrings that I don't know what I was thinking. I was like 7, so that's what I was thinking. And they looked like artifacts. So I used to hide them in the alleyway, and then my friend Dylan and I would have to go find them, like in Tomb Raider. And I kid you not, shame-free lady here, but when I used to like find the stuff that I hid, I would go, uh-huh. Yeah. And for some reason, like, every time I play a PlayStation 1 version of Tomb Raider, I hear The Offspring, because way before I had my own PS1, I used to only be able to play my cousins or the closest thing I have to a brother, Dylan, and who's a carpenter. And what's it called? And and shoot, what was I saying? Ooh, isn't this sweet? There is a phoenix and a dragon. I believe this is like symbolically a lock. Cause The Offspring was like always playing when we were playing Tomb Raider, so I still associate the two. And yes, yeah, I don't know what I'm. And Lucozade, I did not know Lucozade was a energy drink, and my mom used to get it for me throughout middle school, because there is a store in Lake Worth Special called British Depot. I knew I was special. It doesn't really. This shirt has wires in it, like boning, but I packed it wrong, and they're all kind of bent different ways. Okay, let me see what those dogs are doing. Where's my weapon? Do you see my weapon? Anytime I can't find something like in front of the schema, I just feel like Dora the Explorer. Yeah, you know you're probably like, never mind. I don't know, those last few years are condensing, and it's just, I've got so much boiling inside of me right now, and I feel like 99% of us do, and, crime is getting really bad, so I'm just, like, really trying to bulk up, and, like, I don't even want to show you what I'm eating, because it's real gross. But, yeah, my goal this year is to bulk the fuck up and, like, be able to do more than 2 push-ups. I can lift whole ass tree trunks, but I can't do it, like, more than 2 push-ups without, like, really, yeah. So that's my goal for this year. And I'm actually trying to find, because, you know, I feel like I'm one of the shyest people that I know. Like, I can't express it enough. I'm just super anxious person. Like, I get really quiet in front of people unless I'm meeting you for the first time. But there are certain, like, you know, things that I want to do. Like, I was trying to find some, like, fight classes, anything, and like preferably hand-to-hand combat, only because like that seems to be the most useful. But anyway, I don't know much about it, and so like I don't know where to start. And like I grew up reading Bruce Lee books and convinced that I was quite. I'll never forget. I was trying to teach myself how to do like bow staff, with a high schedule, so it was thick PVC pipe. I can't remember if it's a high schedule or a low schedule, whatever's thicker. Anyway, I was doing it, and it was in the garage, fluorescent lights, and my last swing that I was going to fall into a pose, and like I hit the fluorescent lights, so they shattered, raining down. But I was already in that like pose that I was like, so I'm not gonna lie, I felt so cool for about a millisecond. And at that moment, I'll never forget. Just raining down, it felt like a movie, and of course the lights went out, but there was like sun still creaking through the like broken. Yeah. Like Nick Stellino says, it just made me feel so cool. Excuse me. So, finding some pins of all decades. Isn't that something? It's got a little enamel left over and a little bent up, but I like it. It's been through hell. Like me. And like pretty much all of us now, I feel like we all got fucked. I mean, screwed. It's just the more like I guess time goes by, the more I'm like thinking about it, and like even though the world's open, like it seems like so much is just no longer. Like I used to always hang out in groups, and every night there'd be something: art gallery, show, thrift shopping, like yard sales, flea markets, bookstores. And it was so casual that, like, I don't know. Like, I think it's been, excluding the library, it's been 5 years since I've been to a bookstore, like a proper bookstore. It's been 5 years since I've been to an art gallery. And that's, like, something I would do every single day. It's been just... I can't wait until we turn on the news one day and there's just like a bunch of dudes in lab coats and handcuffs. I mean, I really have no idea. I mean, like with, I don't know. Please excuse my ignorance as always, because I really don't know. And I feel like the human inclination, like, to suffering is to place blame, and and so I think it's just a natural mental response. I mean, my mom fell into a coma, and if my dad wasn't such a, God, I don't even know. I don't think she would have survived it. They would have just taken her off the breathing machine and given it to someone else. But I won't share too much here about what how the horrors of the entire situation. Like God, they didn't bathe her or anything. They just kept putting lotion all over her. So, and she's in a coma, and like her skin had like an inch thick of film. This is why I need to find some fighting classes, because there's so much that happened in the last few years that I am just constantly plagued with. And I think a lot of us feel like the same way, because everybody got screwed. So I don't know what the world is gonna look like in a few years, but I know what my world's gonna look like in a few years. Buff as shit. finished paintings everywhere. I have a bad habit of not finishing paintings. But, you know what I mean? We gotta get ourselves together. But not like, you know what I mean? For ourselves, not for any other purpose. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anything. And you know, I've never been that great at taking care of myself physically. You know, I can't put on weight at all. I try to, but I can't. But now I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing, and stretch every single day, and it's been made a huge difference. Like, you never know how somebody feels by the way they look. Like, my knees started popping. Like, I wasn't really going for walks. I was doing a lot of computer stuff, and I walk everywhere. So it was just, that was foreign, and because I'm very used to walking. But when you live very far from everywhere where nothing is walking distance, I got kind of caught into you know, not going for long walks. And then when I was in my hometown, I walked to the store. I'm like, oh my god, my legs hurt. Felt like I was riding a horse for 2 hours. Whoa. Thank you. Whoa. Did not expect. Hello, Siddhant Mahajan. I hope I pronounced that. Mahajan. Mahajan. Very cool name. What did I didn't even know. How to get God. I have no idea. I think as long as you're happy. I think it really is that simple. Happy and like healthy. Not healthy, but like, you know what I mean? Not starving. And you could be in pain and be happy. Like, my dad, his spine is shattered right now. Granted, I wouldn't call him happy, I guess, but, you know, some pain is inevitable. Darn it. I think I got off track with, I really don't know. And, always make sure you're practicing something, or learning something, reading something. Reading the backs of bottles, anything. It just keeps your mind absorbing stuff. And, like, that's, I feel like so much of, we're data feeders, and, like, the amount of information that we filter through every single day. And I really do think that we're collecting all of it. It's all in our mind. Whatever we see, like, every bit of it is subconscious. And, but anyway, how to succeed in life. Everyone's success is different. Like, for me, I think the reason why I have such a hard time answering, because I always made the joke that I was allergic to money. Every time I get it, I make sure it just goes. Like, if I get money, I'm buying presents for people, and maybe a pair of shoes, and back to birthday. I don't know why that is. I'm trying to change that and become more financially normal. And, I don't know why, I thought I was gonna have a big old camper with vintage handmade goods, and I was just gonna drive to every green market under the sun and sell it, while shopping, thrifting, and yard sailing across the country. I think, too, I have too many interests, and that's really screwed my, like, I don't want to say life, but, like, society life, you know. I feel like I'm very, 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 very far behind, regardless of how much stuff I've made, and, or read, or anything like that. Society-wise, I'm very behind. But saying how fast the entire planet can change, I really want to get out of that, because it's not sustainable. And the thing is too, like, I feel like keeping myself content is very easy, but if something were to like happen with my family or something and I couldn't like help, because unfortunately everything is money, everything. And yeah, how to succeed in life. You know what, how about I ask someone who has, I really want to answer this. How do you succeed in life? Code. Excuse me. I inhaled. I don't want to say it. These pants are so long. Ah, I'm 5'9", and these are the only pants I've ever owned that makes me feel tiny. I used to be so jealous, especially my cousin. All her jeans used to be so long, and like, I don't know why I wanted my pants to scrape or drag on the ground, but I really did. And I'd wear her pants because they were the same size, just different heights, and they'd be capri pants. Yes, it is. It really is. I think that is one of my biggest, like, I don't know, how do you say, like, regrets or something. Not really, see, I change my, like, life plans every 2 seconds, and I'm really trying to, set myself on one path, believe it or not, which is, trade school for electrician work. And I already talked to my aunt, which is my godmother. I already talked to her about it, because I always knew that I was going to fall back onto something that will ensure a future, and that's also working with my hands. And I really enjoy like being able to just do something useful, I guess. I don't know, but long story short, maybe it's almost why I said I didn't. I think I would have probably ended up going to school for design or archaeology, even though my family was like really, really just not very. They just, I don't know. I guess didn't see any potential with it. And but that, I'm not blaming or anything like that or excuses. But yeah, yeah. I want to put it into words so bad, but it's so depressing, and I don't feel like anybody wants to hear it. My main goal now is to continue the few projects that I have, and then when I get everything to the point where it's self-sufficient, finally take the plunge to do my vending, because in about 2 months is when all the markets will start back up, and that's, oh, I want to do it so bad. You are boy. No, no, no. I am not. My family has always told me that I had champagne taste and a beer budget, but yeah, no. I grew up bankrupt. It's a very small, very just, I guess, average family, and like there was times Christmas that like my parents couldn't afford presents, so like a local radio show will do a thing where they bring presents to kids less fortunate, stuff like that, because we were bankrupt. And granted, we had a very small, tight family. Unfortunately, when my grandparents passed away, my family just completely fell apart. They were the glue that held everyone together. And then, of course, the very sexy, that's what that says. Okay. Very, but, the pandemic just, like, kind of took the frayed edges and completely, just separated. Because I can't remember, like, even the last time I see my family in person, other than my parents. And, I'm starting to get so down. I went off this stream and I listened to a bunch of music to, like, I don't know, get back into my normal chipper self, but then I think it's all hitting me at once, like, the amount of time that's gone by, because it's about to be a new year, and, like, it's crazy. I feel like all the last few years are condensed into this new year, and, it's wild. Like, the amount of time that just disappeared is really crazy. This is a really depressing book. I love this so much. A friend is someone who likes you. The art is really nice. Sure. I'm sure it's very competitive because of the, like, I feel like, like, there's definitely competition here, but, like, in the cities, it's not, excluding, like, New York and, like, big cities like that, like, the cities here in Florida are very, like, pretty dang, almost empty feeling. Like, there's rarely, like, groups, I mean, besides, like, during, certain times of day, but maybe you have to work and study very hard. It's definitely, I feel like there is a lot more competition, and, especially in tech, and, I don't know why I feel weird, saying that, because y'all are legit with the tech. And congratulations, also, I saw that, the moon, that is a really big deal, and that's really cool. I keep meaning to look more into space news. That's usually what our, like, recommended videos would include, but now it's just all news, and I've, the last few days I don't think I've watched much of it. Just the federal hopelessness is, I think, me personally right now, I think I just selfishly have to avoid the news right now. Like, I don't know, it's too dark, and I experience, like, full body reactions, and, like, I don't really do the whole pick a side thing because I'm just ignorant to like every detail, and I'm not comfortable giving an opinion on something that I'm missing such a large portion of. um, and also, who am I? Like, nobody. And, I mean, I don't even name my room, so it's really not necessary. My brain is just so fried from losing blue and all that, so I don't know. And, like, just seeing it and hearing how people are talking about it. Like, I was listening to this one podcast that just came on after. They were saying, like, there's no, there's no innocent people, and was like, what? Like, how do you even, like, get your mind into that kind of mindset? Like, that's crazy to me. And, I can't. The compassion levels are at an all-time low. And, like, I know for a fact that I'm a wildly compassionate person now. I've never felt comfortable saying something like that. But just observing, it's really a mess. And, every sentence that comes out of my mouth, I feel like almost I sound dissensitive or insensitive. I assure you, I am not. I just definitely, like, don't take someone not knowing what to say as saying anything, because, like, sometimes not a single word. It's so hard to even whoa, but just gotta keep our minds active and together. So I think that's all we can do, because you can't help anybody and you can't be there for anybody unless you are good. And yeah, and it's really easy to slip into just voids. I really think it is. Marching band. I feel like I should restart this stream because it just got too dark. I've been a little depressed, not gonna lie, because I can't get certain things out of my mind, and I don't like coming on if I'm like feeling like that, because you could tell I'm like, I feel like that's almost contagious, and I don't want to bring people down. I really don't. That's like the opposite of the reason I come to really enjoy streaming. And so I try to avoid hopping on, but then so much time goes by, and I can't say it enough. I really value being able to pop on and just saying hello to all of you out in the wild, because, we're all so similar. And I've already learned so much really cool stuff. I didn't know what Warhammer 4000 was. That was cool shit. I didn't know what, the gay lads? I didn't know the gay lads. Like, there's already so much I've come to really, really be thankful for. I'm a oh my gosh! They have both finally made it back together. I'm tying them together. I don't know what these are. I think they're for, like, stockings or something. But, I've had one on one side of the room and one in one thing for years now. This is quite nice. Ew. Sorry. I actually use it. And the thing is, it's a forest hair, so it distributes the oils in your hair very well. And I keep it in this drawer because this is ceramic and I'm so afraid of breaking it. I think this is a Russian instrument. could be wrong. It definitely is tough. I think that's why also, I don't know, learning as much as you can about other people, you feel so much less alone. Like memes, I feel like memes have helped people more than anybody could ever, like, fully grasp. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a meme and be like, oh my god, I'm not the only one that thinks that or feels that. Super, super nuanced, niche, like, human experiences that... That's why, I used to think I was so different. So, not like unique different, like, black sheep don't fit in different. And the last, like, especially few years, because I've never been on the internet so much in my life, I don't feel that anymore. Like, of course I feel unique, we're all unique, but I feel like we have so much in common, and, like, we experience so much of the same. And, like, facial expressions, some facial expressions are the same worldwide. Like, it's really, really something special, I think. But that's obvious. I do feel... Maybe I should restart the stream though. One second. There is something. I got this in middle school. I worked all day for this. For some reason, when I was a child, an actual child, I was blown away by this. Woo-hoo! Oh my god. It's fine. Oh my god. I hit the ground so hard. I need a... oh my god. Yeah. Oh, wow. That was... I'm just gonna put this back. Okay, wait, no. I really want to... I am holding this so tight. Everybody's a little clumsy, I feel, but I'm not cool. When I was a kid, it was way too big for me. It's actually still too big for me. Oh, man. Yep. Almost there. I think I'm just going to... put these... This is a necklace, but it goes so well. And then you feel so ethereal. This was my mother's in the 80s. It's very hot. And it's so cold outside. God, I'm sorry to complain so much. I really need to get back on. I think the reason why I'm in such like a hectic, like depressing mood is because I'm in the middle of a pretty severe creative block, and I can't seem to get past it. Which any creative person in any creative field, even I feel like just every field in general, experiences that. And I did pretty dang good avoiding it. Oh yeah, I found see how it's made to look old? This is the only thing I found thus far magnet fishing. This is also my mom's from the 80s. I think it's called a squash blossom. I could be wrong. Maybe a different shape. These were blues. I miss that pig so much. And it's like, I know it's eating away at my brain. I just know it. Like, like the other day I was watching a religious documentary and they're like, because pigs are filthy. And it's like, bitch, you're filthy. And I'm like, okay, I have to get some fresh air because, you know, it was already a kind of a struggle because a lot of people just don't understand, like, didn't understand by choice or whatever, like, I mean, the only things that, like, my family would say were pork jokes, so, you know, but I love them dearly, and I am not okay at all, but I love these. Oh, some old hanky. This is what I use. I wash it all the time. If I have something in my eye. Let's see. Lucky as heck, of course. And it's so soft. I wish y'all could try it. I mean, try it. I wish y'all could try my hanky. It's my grandmother. It says seamstress in quotation marks. I should take a picture of this actually. There's that Facebook group called questionably placed quotation marks. And I don't think I've ever been able to get that delicious chaos in the background. Got some. Jesus makes me happy, but it's dingy and I can't. But that's pretty cool. 1970s. Any happy marriages out there? More than welcome. I need it. I need it. I also have this. I'm not exactly too sure. The glass is gorgeous. It's convex, but it's a Victorian Baba. I also have this one. I think it's for a kid though, because like my hands are. But you never know, because people's hands were quite small. Unfortunately, Blue the Beast chewed up my gloves. I had both of them in perfect condition. Now I have one in not so perfect condition. But this is something quite cool. My dad's friend found this album on the... This is my distant family. I think. I don't know actually. I found it in a box. You could not let that go. Oh! Look how thick his bristles were. He's the best. Stupid planet. Oh, he was so good. And like, look, he just left such a permanent sucks. Wait a minute. I think that's a whisker. He was essentially covered in whiskers, so they look just like whiskers. But it looks it's a very old photo album. Oh, it's okay because that was already torn. This one's beautiful, right? Perhaps a christening? Or like a flower girl? This is my favorite. Some of the jewelry that is shown as some very quite unique pieces. This is like a horseshoe, upside down horseshoe collar clip. There's this. I love so much this album. And it's absolutely full. It's very heavy. So I really want to film it from the top so I can really get the pictures. And you never know, someone might pagapi. Someone might recognize me in here. And that would be so sweet to find the family. Got me some Jordan Maxwell. Jordanus Maximus, rest in paradise. Good dude. The last 2 years before he passed away too, I was trying to email him to get some questions answered, just little things. And people that I respect, I like knowing about them. I like knowing what their favorite number is, their favorite color, stuff like that. I think there's a lot of interesting I am a female, sorry. Shameless. Okay, it's empty. Oh, no. Not pulling those out. Space it won't fall. Oh, it's very where did I just put all those? Okay. Alright, so I am going to bring this shelf back into the room because I need more space. I really don't know what the heck to do with all this stuff. Those are vintage clip-on earrings, and a few regular ones, but I don't need a separate box yet. Those were repairs. Let's see. This is repair. That's not mine. Okay. Oh. This got so corroded. I think such a shame. But I think I'm going to try to add stuff to it and then electroform it. Because I have all this stuff for the electroforming, but we've never giving it a go. And I just need help mixing the chemicals, because I can't seem to get it right. I don't have a scale right now, and this is solid sterling. I found this for like $1 at a thrift store. If you see this like almost pewtery, how would you describe that? There's a good chance it's sterling, and sterling prices fluctuate all the time, but it's when you're like, oh, I thought the stone was missing. It's just dingy. What is that from? Dingy? Oh, it's not even dingy. I'm from the generation that definitely grew up on South Park, so I always think of Oprah's genitalia. Ninja! I don't know why that stuck with me for over a decade. It was very funny to me. Just like the little characters and their voices, like it's the most ridiculous shit ever. But you know, you gotta laugh. I don't watch many movies or shows, but I do love comedy. I love stand-up comedy and just comedy in general. I think that's why I do like the short form content, honestly. Especially the comedic ones, like little doses of, I love it. Oh, yeah. The worst part about all this mess is this was what I wanted to organize. Not even all of this. I don't know what to do with this. Oh, hey! That's funny how those two look so great together. I'm gonna make a necklace. I think that's my. That's really cool colors. Simple costume jewelry. But the coloring is quite nice. I have these big chunky charms. I think I need their own thing. Is it Taxica? It is Taxica. That's one of my favorite pieces I found. I am indeed a Sagittarius. And I never find stuff with Sagittarius on it, so I was very happy about that. I'll put that in last, because that's like a carved kind of ceramic thing. This Mexican. Beautiful. And I love about this is it's a pendant too. I really wish I could tell you more information on some of this stuff, but I have such a fear of getting things wrong that I often just end up not saying much. Jade? Yes, I just... I love this. Oh yeah. And I have a few other big terms I have to put in here. Cool. So that's those two types of objects. Okay. These are albums. I really like this case. My parents' neighbor's friend worked at, like, I think she said a makeup thing, and she just gave this to me. She was tossing it. I'm gonna put the moons in here because I always lose them. These are my mom's from the 80s. Excuse me. This is the oh yeah, I found it. A really old leather button. The entire thing is button. The entire thing is button. The entire thing is leather. How cool is that? The leather is since dry rotted, so if I touch that, it will definitely break. I'll put this in the treasure box. Isn't that something? It's some form of spinal bone, I'm guessing. But don't you see a face? It doesn't. I wish I didn't do that. Human, for sure. Don't know what this is from, but I found it in my grandpa's stuff. This chain is almost like plastic, and then this is quite heavy. And I know he didn't put it together, so I'm very curious as to the origin of this. I love it so much. Let's see. I just don't know. I don't know what my brain is doing, but I feel like there's a song stuck in my... Oh, it's from like a TikTok, I think. Like, something about green beans, potatoes, tomatoes. It's just been repeating in my mind for like those few minutes now. This is something this just kind of turned into a show and tell, didn't it? Like that. But if you can see how tiny. It's a little Mary votive and a tiny little, really old looking. I really am trying to find more of these. It's a very small, where is the thing? Huh. Oh. It's a really small flower. charm. Very nostalgic for some reason. It looks really old. Not sure if you could see that. Now you could see that. Yay. Oh man. It's so hot in here. I think I'm gonna step out real quick, actually. Step outside because it's really cold outside. But, not in here. Ow. I need a box. Oh my god, that's literally everything I've been looking for in here. Isn't this okay? I will avenge your end, my boy. Oh. That's so fucked up, man. It's just not like expected at all. So it's like the only reason I seem like over it is because I'm just not thinking about it. It's like the most perfect thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it is really big and alive, and then it wasn't. You're just like coughing, like kind of like normal. It's just not that like coughing up like a hairball, but not a hairball because it's big. But it's looking right in his eyes, and his eyes went just gray. And some was always so pink and like red, and it was white. It's white. And I really don't understand that. And like I knew it was a possibility because like prey animals have a tendency of dying just randomly. There's no other way to put it. It's just this reality. And it was just very unexpected. I thought I'd have years left. But anytime I have a prey animal, pet, whatever you want to call it, he was just so much more like a roommate or something. They really, it seems so indestructible, but obviously he isn't. But, yes, I just didn't expect, and like, I took him so seriously, like, I watched him every second of the day, because I read a lot about pigs, and I know a lot that could go wrong. Of course, like, in the groups, like, every other post is, you know, passing. But I watched him every 2 seconds. I made sure he had fresh food, like, no obstructions, anything like that, but you can't. And still a prey animal. I know it sounds horrific to say, but it's, you know, they start mating when they're, I think, 4 weeks old, and they mate extensively, so, like, you know, same thing with rabbits, and it's just really, really disturbing. Anyway, I'm gonna go, actually, because I'm, yeah, happy trails.